Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sly here with D, and we're going to talk about Stephen A. Smith's power rankings. Now, D, he has us all the way up to number 2, man. It seems like the media right now, they're really hot on the Niners. What do you think about this, man?
I think right now I would probably have it around there, 2 to 3. That 2 is really surprising. I wasn't expecting that, but I would have it right there, 2 to 3. But just breaking down like as far as like everyone on the list, the Eagles, I feel they should be like about right there, number 4. They
Number
started off
5, right?
hot, yeah.
Number 5,
So
right?
the number 5, they started off pretty hot. I know they lost to the Redskins. Well, excuse me, the Commanders. Sorry. Um, but yeah, that was like their only loss so far in the season. They're still in first place. Um, yeah, I would have it probably like around them, around 5 or 4. I thought that was a good pick. Number 4, I believe it was the Dolphins,
Yeah.
right? See, the Dolphins are, I would say, if you're gonna make the Niners 2, I would probably have the Dolphins 3 then, just because I feel the reason I'm so nervous about the Sunday is because I feel the Dolphins are pretty much like similar as far as the gameplay as the 49ers. The defense is playing good right now. The one thing about Tua and like what they give Jimmy G a lot of credit for is that Tua doesn't throw a lot of turnovers. I believe he only has 1 or 2 out of the whole season, which is insane. I know he's had a couple like games where it's like the Baltimore game, he had the 6 touchdowns. I don't think we'll be seeing that anytime soon. And then I know most recently he's averaged last 2 games, I want to say around 3 touchdowns. But overall, he averages about a touchdown a game. And if you look at the numbers, he really only has like 3 more touchdowns, I believe, over Jimmy G. So they're very like similar as far as like how many touchdowns they throw and how they protect the ball. That's one of the key things. They both don't really go like too much like crazy like deep passes as far as like big plays all the time. They're not players that they rely on their arms. You're not gonna see like Tua and Jimmy G throw it to 30 to like 40 times a game type of thing. You know, they're gonna throw like the easy passes, the consistent passes, and try to get the ball moving forward. But the Dolphins do have some weapons though. They still got Tyreek, Waddle, and they got our former running backs, and you know, so they're still moving up. I would probably have the Dolphins a little bit higher at 3. The Cowboys. I would probably switch the Cowboys actually, probably do the Cowboys number 5, just because again, like I've been seeing previously, the Cowboys, until they win a playoff game, I don't think like they should really like be at top ranking, because every year I feel like they're always like all the like ESPN people, they're all Cowboy fans, so they're always hyping up the Cowboys every year. But until you win a playoff game, I say you still got a lot more to prove. So I'll probably have the Cowboys number 5, the Eagles number 4, Dolphins number 3. Yeah, around like 2 to 3, because again, with the 49ers, I would probably have them again like 2 to 3. So I think that they're playing hot right now. I still want to see them more consistent. I know with the Arizona Cardinal game, everybody played amazing. Everyone played as a team, but last week you saw the struggle. What happened when we had to travel and come back, and what happened with the full strength with the Saints. How like they gave us a tough battle, man. We didn't really get anything on offense, and so I still think we need to improve as a team. We're also going to be maybe dealing with some injuries. We're going to see how Christian McCaffrey is, but we're losing Mitchell for a couple weeks. And so I want to see this play, the 49ers play consistent. So I will still have the 49ers around 2 to 3. And then number 1, I still think like the Chiefs. They're still like one of the top teams. You saw what they did to us, and they're one of the favorites, I think, still to like go to the Super Bowl. They're always going to be a contender, I think, for right now as a Super Bowl contender, because Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, that duo is just like, it's crazy. Even with losing Tyreek Hill, I didn't even think they were going to be one of the top 3 like teams. I thought they were going to be like still trying to battle for a playoff spot, but the way that team's been playing is just freaking unreal, man.
Yeah, honestly, Stephen, that's kind of high to me just because of how we did earlier in the season, how so inconsistent we are losing to these bad teams, you know. So I get it if we are like 4 or 5, you know, but I'll take it, man. I'll take it. But at the end of the day, these power rankings, you know, they're just power rankings. We really don't know. Like he always said, it's all fluid. It's funny though, you know, Stephen A, he's still always taking shots at Jimmy G, calling him the porn star Jimmy and all that stuff, man. But it is what it is, man. We have the best defense right now, and yeah, right now it looks like us and the Dolphins, man. We're like so equal how we are, but I think we have the defense though. Dolphins defense kind of inconsistent, but those guys, man, those guys are high-powered offense, so it should be interesting. I still, honestly, I like the Cowboys. I hate them in general, but I think man, that right there is going to be the Niners' biggest competition, the NFC, just because their defense. It's not like those other years, where their defense has been up and down. Even last year, their defense wasn't all that great. I think it was like 13, something like that. But this year, they're a top 5-10 defense, and they're a beast.
And they travel away, so the defense, exactly. That's the one thing that's key, that the defense plays good away. So
I think they're kind of like a clone in the NFC of us. So I say personally us probably about 3 or 4, but we're rising, man. We really are. That game, as long as we win, man. I know it was ugly and all, but the defense right there. If you play like that, and that's how it is in November, in December, January, when it's all cold weathered, you're going somewhere, it's going to be those low scoring games like when we went to Lambeau Field last year, that was a defensive battle. It was really a crazy game where, it was just low scoring, and that's how it's going to be. I think we're probably going to have to go to one of these cold weather teams in the NFC, maybe Philadelphia, and I think that's how it's going to be. I think that's where our defense is going to ride or die, and I love it, man. I just love how we're playing. And it seems like the national media, man, they're really in love with the 49ers, which kind of does scare me a little bit. I kind of like being the guys that are like under the radar. Last year. Last year we were under the radar. People were like, oh, the Niners are probably getting knocked out by the Cowboys or something.
Yeah,
but we just kept winning and went all the way to the NFC Championship game. So that's what I love, man. But I'll take it at the end of the day. Hopefully we can have 1-2 playoff games at home and then see what goes from there. Maybe if the Cowboys beat the Eagles, then we'll have playoff home field throughout the playoffs, but I think we have to go to Minnesota though, so that's going to be crazy. But I love this team, man. I really think that we're gelling right now. Our offense kind of hit a hill last week, but hopefully we could grow from that. I know it was a short ass week, and they got back from Mexico like at Tuesday and like at 8 a.m, so that kind of threw everything off, the whole practice regime and everything. So hopefully we get back on track this week. It's a huge game. We remember what happened last year in Miami, how they destroyed us. Jimmy got hurt at second quarter. We're getting spanked. Everything we thought could go wrong went wrong in that game. So exactly. So hopefully this week, if we win this game, man, I could see us actually being number 2. But I think we got to win this week to prove it, man.
Yeah, we definitely need a W this Sunday. I'll be there. But one thing I wanted to touch on that you said, like also earlier, if you look at the NFC East, just the NFC in general. One thing that he said about the Cowboys, now that it's getting closer towards the end of the season, I know I'm a big Cowboys hater. Until they win a playoff game, I think they still got a lot to prove, but they probably will be our biggest competition though. That was one thing I wanted to touch on, because I don't think the Bucs, even though they're in first place in their division for right now, you saw what's happening to Tom Brady throughout the season. And then even Minnesota, I still think Minnesota's kind of like that year with remember Boston was the number 1 seed with Isaiah Thomas, and everyone was calling them a fluke first team. I think that's kind of how the Vikings are. I think they're playing good, but I just think once the playoff hits, it's not going to gel well. And we're going to see between the Eagles and Cowboys who makes it out of there, and because one of those teams I think is going to be a threat to us. But that's looking for as far as the Cowboys, I see them being our biggest competition. But yeah, we definitely need a win this Sunday. We got a little bit of cushion room because the Seahawks did lose.
Thanks, Raiders.
Thank you, Raiders. Almost blew it with that missed field goal, but it's all good. He got it done. But yeah, with us, that was one thing about the rankings though. I still had us at 2 to 3, but we just need to build on it, like you were saying. Like I said earlier, this is the team that I see that the closest to us. They're they're playing very similar, this way their offense is, the way their defense is. And so this is a game I'm a little bit nervous about. We cannot play like we did against the Saints. We cannot play how we did against the Rams. We got to make sure that we're playing like how we did with the Cardinals, with everybody gelling, without everybody. They're missing their left tackle.
Yes,
so both sides, all those guys, let's go.
Absolutely.
This is our time.
And if we lose this game and Jimmy plays bad, Stephen A, man, he's going to probably say porn star Jimmy 10 times in the segment. So, I mean, we got to win this game, man. We'll see how it is. But I want to know what you guys think about the rankings, man. Put it down below what you think the Niners are. Do you think we're number 2? Is that too high? Is that about right? Let us know down below. Make sure to like this video, though. Comment, subscribe. And let us know if you're going to be at the game, man. Big game coming out. Huge. Got to win. And we'll see, baby. But let's go, Niners. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.